All right, good afternoon or evening, everybody, depending on where you're logging in from. You see, we have members logging in from all over the world. This is our Sunday leadership call that we do. We get together at least once a week, give a chance for new members to be introduced, also recognizing all of those that have had some positive productivity in their business over the past week. Share what's been going on in your business and game plan for the new upcoming week. What this call is not a customer service call. We had a good training yesterday, a very detailed one, and that call went an hour and a half long or so. So if you had not seen that call and you have questions, watch that recording before you start asking questions. One of the things that I find is that the people that ask the most questions and that are out of touch are those that don't plug into the system. That's why we have things in place. We do live presentations, why I'm doing it every single night. And then we do 2 international calls a week. And I told you guys, if we get more people, a couple of hundred more people that should be on, I'll add a Tuesday international call as well. So it'll be Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. We just need to have the numbers. And we have the numbers already. It's just people aren't plugging in. But the people who ask the most questions are the ones who never plug in. So please plug in, take advantage of the schedule that we have. Let your new members know. If you're signing up a brand new member, but you're not letting them know when the presentations and the trainings are and making sure that they're plugging in, you're doing them and yourself a disservice. You're not helping them in their business. So make sure that they are plugging in and they know what's going on. So before we kick this off, the last Sunday, we had a special guest. Mr. Mike Boggs was on that the first 30 minutes and explained to everybody in detail what was going on since April 15th, reset/no reset, where we had introduced the new system where you no longer have any restrictions to move through stage 3 into stage 4. You only need to have 2 that you've shared this with that have contributed to ground zero. At the same time, we did not have a reset. So we have more than a week to see the results of that. And we all know the results. The brand new people, Dave says he hears no, he's gonna have to re-log in or log out. So there's nothing I can do on Dave's side. So we've had record numbers of individuals that have joined within the last 2 weeks. Total now, I haven't looked this morning. I'm going to log in real quick while I'm talking to see what our numbers are. But ground zero's a record number. Stage 1 has a record number. Stage 2 has a record number. And then where we see this, where this people are getting stuck, is moving from stage 2 to stage 3. So give me 1 second here. I want to look in my back office and current giving box. Okay, so more than 12,000, almost 12,600 plus people in ground zero. Stage 1, 4,000 plus, almost 5,000 in stage 1. Stage 2, almost more than 2,000 members in stage 2. And then stage 3, 438. So that's the most that there's ever been in stage 3. But here's where when you see stage 3 getting 2,000 and more members, that is when you start to see some magic happening. Stage 4, then probably about 100 members on stage 4. So we saw results, 2 things that took place. Number 1, record number of people joined the business from all around the world. But number 2, since we didn't do a reset, those numbers did not push the old all the way into stage 3, 4, 5. which I thought would take place. But there was no reset, and the programmers had to program the system to do a dual system at the same time until the next reset, which meant the new people are moving faster than the old people. Now, does that mean that the old people are not getting contributions? No, they still are. My son's account moved from stage 2 to stage 3 this week. So he received contributions and was able to contribute to go into stage 3. But the people that's already from stage 3 and 4, it's taken a while to see that trickle effect between ground zero, stage 1, and stage 2. Now, when the system resets on May 15th, this is not an issue at all. The system resets. But that's not what we have. And I already went over this in detail yesterday and all week long. So I don't want to rehash it all over again today. Again, we want to look forward and put our focus on what we can do between now and the 15th, and then what's going to happen after the 15th. So a couple of things is we want to continue with our focus of getting people off of ground zero. That moves the whole thing. Helping those individuals get started. When they get started, share with 2, and continue doing 2, sharing with 2, sharing with 2. Another focus that we have full control over is Success Training Institute, making sure not only that you're going through that and getting soft skills, but the members that you bring on board are as well, because that is a product. That is what you're paying for, the $32. And then also we want to work and focus on our causes, because this is a legitimate business. This is not a scam. This is not a Ponzi scheme. We are audited and we answer to the authorities. So if our causes are not up to par, the company can get fined for that. And not just one fine, but fined on every single cause. So the company is going to start auditing all the causes through the system and suspending accounts that are not up to par. Yeah, we went over this in training yesterday. So again, if you missed the training, please go back and watch that recording yesterday. I went over in detail what a good cause looks like and what a bad cause looks like. And it has nothing to do with your topic. I want to make this point clear. It is your cause. It doesn't matter what it is. You're just trying to raise more money so that you can buy groceries. I don't care what your cause is. It's yours. It's important to you. But it's and how you've displayed your cause. So we're going to talk about that a little bit more. But right now, I want to see what's going on in your organizations. Introduce new people. I know India has been blowing up. Congratulations, Nitin out there. They're leading the way. South Africa is having explosions. Sweden, parts of the United States. But I want to hear from you guys. So if you've got anything that's positive that's happened within your business over the past week and you'd like to share, or you have any comments about that, unmute your mic, state your name, where you're calling from. Wait. Don't unmute your mic. Wait. Raise your hand and I will call on you. So how do you raise your hand? You just go to the chat box and there should be a raised hand button or tab there. So when you raise your hand, I will call on you, then you can unmute yourself and share. So first up I see is Liz Baker. Go ahead, Liz.
Hi guys, yeah, very exciting this week. We've had 3 people go to stage 3, which is brilliant, absolutely amazing.
Well, Liz, first tell everybody where you're calling from.
I'm from Amesbury, UK.
UK, so you got 3 people hit stage 3 this week?
Yes.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's what we love.
Congratulations to them, really. They've done an amazing job to get there.
No, you had to help make it happen and lead the way. And remember, guys, anybody that contributes to stage 3 or 4, send me an email and we'll make you a special banner. I'll put my email address again in the chat box here. They can't just, it says stage 3, they need to have contributed to stage 3. Now, after May 15th, 930@gmail.com, I might have to revise that and make it only stage 4 and above, because since we've removed the restrictions, it is far more simpler to get to stage 3. And if I've got 5,000 people hitting it, there's not enough time in the day to be able to do 5,000 banners and stuff like that. So I want that to really mean something. And the old way, for you to get to stage 3, that meant you'd have to share with 2, who shared with 2, who shared with 2. Now, you only have to share it with 2. And the global community line could push you all the way to stage 3. So I might re-advise that or readjust that. But for now, anybody that contributes to stage 3 or 4, send me a message. We'll create a banner for you guys so that you can share, use it as a promotional tool, show others that things have happened within the company, within your team, and yourself. All right, thank you for sharing, Liz. Anybody else? Anybody have anything they'd like to share about their business the past week? Any new members that you'd like to introduce? Any experiences? Raise your hand and unmute, and then I will call on you to unmute your mic. All right, next up, Gerald, go right ahead.
There, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Go right ahead, Gerald.
Hi, Brandon. Okay, great job as usual. Yeah, I got to stage 3, and I'd just like to say congratulations to all my team members. Also got to stage 3, and I'd also like to say something about the projects. My project's about wildlife and Rainforest Trust and everything else, and I get people saying to me, you know, these projects, they look at them and they look dodgy and all sorts of things, and scam and all this kind of stuff. But I don't mind that, but because my cause is real. And then they say, prove it. Well, I can, because I send them certificates. I can also send them debit orders that I do each monthly. And that's my proof that the cause and Up to Give is all real. Of course, if they don't want to believe that, then bye-bye. But I just want to mention that.
Well, great. And that's what we went over yesterday, all of the causes. And yeah, you can control your cause and make sure your cause looks real. And it's in your benefit, because if we have record number of people that's coming to the website and they're going through and they're looking at the causes, you want them to come across yours, and you want your cause to be able to say, hey, read me, feel for my cause, and contribute to it. You want people to contribute to your cause. They're not going to contribute to it if it looks dodgy and cagey. So great job on doing that. And I'm pulling up right now.
Thanks,
Saturday International Presentation. Those of you guys who missed the call yesterday, let me put that in the chat box here. So, was there anything else you wanted to share, Gerald?
No, that's it. That's all at the moment. Worked my way up through to stage 4, but in no hurry. Stage 3 is a lovely place to be. That's it.
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing. And Mr. Raju, you did send me an email with a list of your leaders and a bunch of pics and then names, and I cannot match the names with the pictures. So before I do anything with that, I need to know who it is, because I don't want to do all of that and then you come back and say you've got the wrong name with the wrong picture. So if you guys send me a link with multiple people, email with multiple people, make sure that picture you send me with, it has their name on it so that I know who it is. So let me see, next up. My cousin, before my cousin, Lisa Marie Holt, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hey, good evening, Brandon.
Good evening, Lisa. Go ahead.
I say you're doing an amazing job as always. I just wanted to basically give a shout out to one of my leaders from India, Nitin. You know, he's basically leading the way with his team and with India, and he's just like come into this and he's just taken everything that I've said and he's just gone and run with it, and he's helping so many people. So I just wanted to give him a big recognition on your call and to say thank you very much for everything he's doing for Up to Give.
Awesome job. So Nitin's on your team. Congratulations on that. Great job, Nitin. I've been seeing him, his activity, and he's got a large team that's growing out there and putting Up to Give on the map in India. So I can't wait till the reset happens so that they can really see the full power of the system, receive all those contributions, and then take it to another level. So congratulations, Lisa, and thank you for being a leader and recognizing your members. And this is something else for all of you leaders. You have to understand one thing about recognition. People will work harder for recognition than they will for money. This is a scientific proven fact. People will work harder for recognition than they will for money. Why? Because they don't get recognized on the day-to-day. There's nobody there that's always telling them, you did a great job. Now, let me give you a high five. Let me recognize how hard you're working. And so that is much appreciated. So if you've got members on your team, go out of your way to make sure that you show them some love and show them some recognition. You come on a call like this, there's a couple of hundred people on, and you shout their name out. You have no idea how that makes them feel inside, that they're getting recognized like that. And guess what? The best part about that, it is free. It is the most, it can do the most good without costing you anything to recognize. That's why I did these banners. I know what it does for people, and the only thing it costs me is my time. And I'm willing to sit here half the day and do it because I know what it feels and how hard you're working is my way to show appreciation for you guys as well. So thank you, Lisa, for showing recognition to Nitin on your team, and keep doing what you're doing. So next up, my cousin from Colorado, Marnita.
Greetings, everyone. Hi, Brandon. Okay, can you hear me?
I hear you fine. Just go right ahead.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, so I'm not sure if she's on the call, but if she is, I hope she hears me. I want to give a big shout out to my friend, Miss Charday Murray. I want to shout her out for the courage and the vision that it took to take the first step to first watch a presentation and then take it upon her own time to come to this leaders meeting to start preparing herself for when she gets ready to sign up. So I want to shout her out and say, wonderful job, baby, and I'm going to be here with you every step of the way. And also, I've just been given an opportunity to speak to a large array of people regarding cryptocurrency. And I want you guys to know that I'm definitely going to be spreading the word out about Up to Give and the beautiful things that we are doing to try to change people's lives. And I'm just honored to be a part of this. So thank you. Thank you, Brandon.
Awesome. And Marnita, one thing too, no matter what your governor says in Colorado, you stay inside an extra month.
Yeah. I'm already prepared, Brandon.
And and I'm going to give you something to do when you go on your radio show and you're talking with about crypto. One thing I want you to say that everybody's going to understand when it comes to. Well, I'm going to give you two things to share. For those individuals who have no education and knowledge about crypto, what they can do to get involved is first and foremost set aside a budget for whatever they can afford and start to accumulate Bitcoin. It doesn't matter what the price is. Don't worry about it going up and down. Just like you're putting money into a savings account. It could be $100 a month, $500 a month, but tell them to just accumulate it and sit on it. Don't sell it. Sit on it for the next 2 to 3 years. The second thing you share before how to bring up to give, besides the fact that we're talking about charity and philanthropy and looking for people to have a plan B because of coronavirus and people can't go to work and they're looking for ways to earn money from home. You let them know we've got a system in place. You never have to say the name of Up to Give, but we've got a system in place that is offering a plan B for those individuals who are looking for ways to make money from home, but it has an extra benefit. And one of those benefits is the fact that we are giving to charities and philanthropies and to the organizations that are struggling right now. We have a program for them. And then you also end by stating this, because you're talking about crypto and people think
Yes,
that
sir.
it's too expensive, at $7,500, all you just say is, hey, listen, and I'm stealing Kalei Taylor. Again, I'm taking what she says on this, but all you have to say is, listen, if you don't have the resources to be able to buy Bitcoin, if you don't have the resources to mine it, if you don't have the knowledge or resources to learn how to trade it, then you must put yourself in a position to build a network to earn it. And we have a program that allows you to build a network so that you can receive Bitcoin all the time. So that's what you want to share.
Wow, cousin, that was beautiful. Listen, I will be contacting you. I go on Tuesday. If you don't mind, please set some time aside Monday evening so we can go over all this. I've been watching the videos and prepping myself, but I want to talk to you and make sure that I say the right thing. That was awesome. Thank you.
Got it. You got it. Proud of you. All right. Next up is Gerald. Wait, Gerald, did you raise your hand again, or do you have anything else you wanted to say?
Yeah, you embarrassed me. I'm going to bring it up again. And congratulations to Ria Tavern, my team member, for getting to stage 3. There, done.
Awesome. There you go. All right. Lisa, did you have something else? And when you're done talking, please lower your hand so I know that I already got to you. Lisa, was there something else you wanted to share? Okay, Lisa got it. All right, next up is David.
Hey, Brandon. Beautiful day on a Sunday here in Northern California. How are you?
Doing excellent. Good day, sir.
Great, great. You know what? I can mention so many names on this call. Let me start with Riza, Lynette, Jesse, Calvin, Portia. I mean, these people are just coming into the business. They're doing a great job. And guess what? I'm looking at my back office. We got 18 days, 11 hours, 35 minutes, and 39 minutes or seconds in counting for the next beautiful and exciting, cycle that we're going to go through. I just want to let people know that's the new ones that are coming in. Do not, don't look at the other programs that you came from or what you were doing in the past, and look at this one as the one that's going to take us to where we want to go. We've been through a lot of other programs, and I know myself went through some bad ones, but you know what? As my friend Ron Jean always says, don't give up. We could be, one hit away from that big one. And I believe this is going to be the big one. And Mr. Jerry Lopez, and because, we went through a few months now, the founders that came on board back in November. And, the ones that didn't give up are going to be, their lives are going to change. And I wanted to share with the new ones coming in, your lives are going to change with this global line. And if we just hang on and put some good energy, some good love into this program, that we're all going to get there, because we're going to help you get there. We're all on one team now. So I just wanted to reach out to those people and everyone else. If I didn't mention your names, because I'll be here all day, keep going. Don't give up. Get your spirit going. Feel that love and that you have, and just bring that forward to this great organization. Thank you, Brandon.
Awesome. Thank you, David. All right, next up, Yasmin.
Hi, Brandon. It's Yasmin from LA. So I just wanted to, first of all, thank you so much for your clarification, your leadership calls, and just how you put things into perspective and make things really, really clear. When April 4th or April 15th rolled around and people, had that confusion, you completely cleared it up. And so we're really, really excited about the Reset May 15th and moving forward. So I just wanted to give a big shout out to Celinda Young. This lady is a good friend, and she's been amazing in helping me reignite the folks that came in with me and trusted me since December or late November. So absolutely big shout out to you, Celinda. You've been an amazing inspiration, a big helper. She's constantly talking about Up to Give to everybody and bringing them on our team calls. And we spent last weekend, we spent 4 or 5 hours on a Saturday and Sunday just talking to the group and the new folks and helping people get out of Ground Zero. So just wanted to say thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Celinda, and thank you to everybody that's stuck around in our group as well. So you guys are amazing.
Awesome. Thank you, Yasmin. And one thing, who is Galaxy Note 9? Your microphone is on, and I keep muting you, and you keep unmuting yourself. So who's Galaxy Note 9?
It's me, sorry.
No problem. Yeah, just please keep your line muted, because that's interrupting everybody else.
Okay, sorry. Let me try and mute it. Sorry. Okay. Right.
I got you. All right. Yeah, but what Yasmin was saying, one thing is, guys, I am not a hype guy. I am not a cheerleader, and I tell it like it is, and I keep it real. You know, I'm not going to stand there and gaslight everybody on something. Whatever the information is, I'm going to tell you exactly how it is and explain it so that my mama can understand it. Because if she can understand it, then it's good, whether it's good information or not so good information. And then we turn around and figure out, what do we need to do to make the best of the situation that we currently have? At the very beginning, Jerry even stated that, and he told everybody this beginning of December in pre-launch, and that we're brand new. And with any new company, he fully expected to lose about 80% of the people who join at the beginning. And he said this to the leaders at the very, he said, hey guys, I'm telling you now, I'm building this company for the long haul, for the future, not to please everybody right now. So there's things that we have to do, and we have to take things slowly. So we do the testing to make things work. Some of you will still be here. Most of you will not. Kind of reminds me of when I was at Morehouse College, my first week, our orientation week, and we were in King's Chapel, and we go through this whole ceremony that I'm not going to share, but there is one little point where they ask us to put our arms around each other, and they say, look to your left and look to your right. 4 or 5 years from now, whenever you figure out when you're going to graduate, that brother may not be there. Look to your left and look to your right, but you are your brother's keeper. But it's up to them. They may not be here for a multitude of reasons. And same scenario here. So I want to give a special thank you and appreciation for those of you who have been here since November. And no matter what obstacles and challenges of getting a new company off the ground and getting to this point, the ups and downs, and you're still here because you believe in the vision in the long term, congratulations, and you will be benefiting the most from the masses that are going to come. The worst thing to do is that you went through the process, and for whatever reason, you gave up and you quit, and you allow some new person to benefit from the work you put in because you were the early bird. Now, that's the worst. The worst feeling 6 months from now, Up to Give ain't gone anywhere, but you jumped ship to 3, 4, 5 other things because whatever reason, customer service was too slow for you in the early days. The contributions didn't happen fast enough. We didn't reset on April 15th, and new people are moving past you. Whatever that issue is, and you let that be what stops you, you're going to regret it later on. So I just wanted to share that information. There's a reason why I'm still here. Now, I'm looking at the long-term aspect of this. So thank you for sharing that, Yasmin. Now, next up, I want to bring up Tui and Miley. Latuli, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Okay, thank you, Brandon. I'm so excited every time I listen to your calls, you're just amazing. And first of all, I want to say thank you, as I'm sure everybody else on the call has to say, but I wanted to just take a moment to welcome a brand spanking new member. His name is David Snow. He's my brother from another mother. And he came on board. He's pretty much brand spanking new, and we've done a crypto project in the past. that of course, you know, is part of your presentation where it says the owners run off with your money and you never see them again. So I just want to welcome him. I want to thank him for just, you know, having the faith to come on board and to really take a look at it, because he analyzes everything. And, you know, it's that Babe Ruth says, you know, it's hard to beat a person who never gives up. And Dave's one of those. He's a true leader. I'm glad he's, you know, doing all the research and what he needs to do. But I just wanted to officially welcome him to this great leadership and to our team. So thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Maile. Okay.
Yeah, wait. I saw Dave Snow hop in here. Dave, unmute your mic again and let everybody know, why are you here? Why did you decide to join?
Hi, Brendan. Well, my sister Maile introduced me to it. I was skeptical at first. I've seen a lot of programs. And then I really looked into it and I says, hey, this is amazing. I want to get back into crypto coin. And yeah, I got burned in the past by other programs years ago, so I'm familiar with it. But, you know, for $32 and two people to qualify, you know, what can I lose? And the more I listen in, the more I look at it, the more excited I get about it. So I'm in. I'll be getting my first person today or tomorrow morning, and then I'll qualify by tomorrow.
Awesome. Thank you for joining, Dave, and I'm looking forward to seeing your success and your sister. You know, the hardest thing is to have family members join what you're doing. So for you to be able to join with her, that's great. I love that. I've got a huge family. Only one here is my cousin Marnita in Colorado, not even California. So thank you, Dave. All right. I see the hand up of, yes, sir, Galaxy Note 9. Go ahead, unmute yourself. Galaxy Note 9, you've got your hand up. Go ahead and unmute yourself. Okay, no hand up. All right. Was there anybody else? Anything you'd like to share? Any new person that wants to say anything? Raise your hand and I'll give you the chance to speak. Going once.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, I'm George from St. Martin.
Good morning, George.
Good morning. Good afternoon. I joined the company in January. A little struggling. I still didn't get my tool, but I'm still here because I believe in the company. And thanks to Jide. She introduced me to the company, and I'm still struggling, but I'm not giving up. I'm going to keep there till I get through.
That's the most important part right there. Not giving up. So congratulations. Keep sticking to it. And just invite. You know, the fastest way to get to is invite to a presentation. Not you trying to explain it, and not you trying to convince anybody. You're not here to convince. And when we're done with these, I'll give you guys examples on how to invite to a presentation that is not invasive, that you can't help but get a yes answer to. So thank you for sharing that. Next up, I see Coach Ken. Go ahead, unmute yourself, Coach Ken.
Thank you. Sorry about that. I'm talking away, and here I'm muted. But thank you so much, Brandon, everything you do. We really appreciate it. It's a true team effort here. We came in about a month ago, maybe a little less, and we've got such wonderful people on our team that are growing their teams. I want to give a shout out to Gwen Betts and also to Johnny Goodrich. I'm not sure if they're on the call right now or not, but these guys have worked really hard to not just help their teams, and their teams are growing and taking off, but also to help the group as well. We've got such a great group growing. I think, you know, in the last week or so, I know we've had a couple go up into stage 2. We've got several that have moved into stage 1, and it's just been great to see everybody working together for one common cause, and that's to change the world through Up to Give. And we're excited to be here and very thankful.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing, Ken.
You're welcome.
And next, I see a Galaxy Tab A. I don't know who that is. Go ahead and unmute yourself. Galaxy Tab
Hello.
A.
Hello, it's
Yes.
John Graham. John Graham in
John
Scotland.
from where? Scotland. All right, go right ahead.
Yeah, well, I just did the paperwork today for this, and I came up a hitch with my computer and so on. So effectively, the system's showing me I'm in, but there's a wee bit of a glitch. But the reason I've raised my hand is I want to say thanks for these guys that are on the line with me, who are following me to this, and the respect that they have for what I look at, in particular to Mr. Alan Matinga, and Les Sim and a few others that are, I know, said they're all coming on, and Elvie from the Philippines. And Alan, I know you're listening, and I know you're going to be doing tremendously well here. Just you're going to be the driving man, the African that will drive Scotland. That's what do you call him? He will take this all over Africa. I know that, but he'll drive in Scotland.
That's true, John.
Well done, my friend. Well done, and welcome aboard.
Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that, John.
Cheers.
All right, let's see. Finance Queen, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hi, this is Finance Queen from South Africa.
Go right ahead, South Africa.
South Africa is very fired up. However, there's a slight confusion with older members and newer members and the dual system working at the same time. I do understand that there's an 80-20% split. The most members would like to know, especially the older ones, if you have received maybe partial contributions, let's say 2 out of 16, the rest of the contributions, will they correct themselves by the 15th or after the 15th?
Good question. So for you guys who are not getting that, what she's saying is if you're in a situation where you see 2 out of 16 or maybe 8 or partial contributions and you're on stage 1, 2, or 3, and you were from the old system, will you receive the rest of the contributions before the reset on May 15th? I can't definitively answer that as a yes or no. All I can say is, since the system is moving on a dual system of the 80-20 with new and old, and the new is getting the most, that eventually you will start getting contributions. For example, my son's account was on stage 2, and he has a founding member's position. But this past week, he received enough contributions that allowed him to contribute stage 3. Now, before that, he hadn't received any contribution in maybe 3 weeks or so before that. So there's a long time between now and May 15th. I don't know if we have 10,000 people join between now and the next 2 weeks, then of course those contributions are going to trickle in and support some of the old members. So I cannot definitively say what exactly when or how. If we go by what Mike Boggs said last Sunday, he said give it to the end of the month and the first few weeks going into May. What I do know is that when the system does reset on May 15th and everybody goes back to their original position, those new members are back below all the old members, everybody's running the same system, and that's not 100%, then things will happen fast. On that note, I know the system allows you to contribute to move up to the next stage before you received all of your contributions. So here's what I know what people did. They went ahead and contributed even though they may not have been able to afford to do so, with the anticipation of receiving more contributions on the back end now that we get ready for the next reset, that they can pay for it. That was a risk to do that. Here is what I need to say, and I'm on record as saying publicly. Do not contribute to the next stage until you've received enough contributions to pay for the next, or to contribute to the next stage, so you're not coming out of pocket. And on the 15th, something else is going to happen as well that's going to eliminate this step, meaning that if you qualify, the system will automatically contribute for you. instead of you manually doing it. But it's only going to contribute once you've received at least half of your contribution, so that you're not coming out of pocket again. After stage 2, it's less than half contributions that will allow you to move to the next stage. So nobody should ever be in a situation when a reset comes around and you say, I cannot afford to contribute to ground zero. If you've already moved off of ground zero on stage 1 or 2, you would have received enough to already have to be able to pay for the next stage. Don't spend that money. Nobody. The only risk that you should have is when you first join and you pay $82, the $32 and the 0.005. You share it with 2 people, you just made it back. If you don't share it with 2 people, then yeah, you're gonna have to come out of pocket again on the next reset. Budget your business, and as leaders, let your team know to budget your business. $32 times 12 comes out to $384 for the year. So you let somebody knows what is the most risk financially. $384 for the year is the cost of your business. 0.005 should only take place one time on ground zero. If you just get to stage 2 and you maximize all contributions on stage 2, you add that up, that is $200, 100, that's $300 just right there. Go one more stage to stage 3. You're now at $700 a month. So just from one time getting all your contributions on stage 3, which is $1,400, you've made more than what it will cost you for the entire year to be in business. Keep this in mind. This is, as a business owner, you want to write these numbers down. I know there's people that borrowed money. I know there's people that took an extra risk because they didn't want to get skipped to move up to the next stage, but we didn't do a system reset, which means you haven't received all your contributions. So you want to know, will I get all of them before May 15th to pay? I don't know. That's the system. It just depends on how fast the business moves. But in the future, what I do know is going to happen after the 15th. So let your people know to be responsible in this aspect, to be prepared for what the cost of the business is for the year, to make it a goal to get to stage 3 and make sure you get all contributions at least one time that pays for the whole year, and everything that happens after that is gravy. That's the best way, Finance Queen, I can answer that, because I'm not the dev and I'm not the owner of the company, and I'm not behind the scenes to see all the contributions rolling through. I just know it's a numbers game. So as the company continues to grow, even with that 80-20, more contributions are going to continue to go out. It's a long 3 weeks, so just have them sit back, be patient, and see those contributions to come through. Now, you had another question to me privately that I want to answer for everybody. What happens if you get to the May 15th and somebody is not able to afford to pay on the 15th reset, but they can do it maybe a week later? Here's what happens. You're going to, you got that first 24-hour grace period on the 15th to make your contribution, but after that, it's first come, first served. So if somebody, it takes them a week later, they go into the system at that time, and anybody that joins after them will be in their global community line. But those that skip them, they skip them for that session, not permanently, just for that session. When the system resets again, then all those new people that have skipped them will go back behind them in the global community line. So, Finance Queen, does that make sense?
Makes perfect sense. Thank you very much. One more question. Let's say I do reach 15 and I still haven't received full contributions.
Wait, Finance Queen, hold on 1 second. There's somebody with their mic open, and it is. Hold on, give me a second here. I gotta set that down. All right, here we go. Luana's mic, me mute her. Okay, go right ahead.
Okay, let's say I didn't receive 100% of the contributions by the 15th, and we go into reset, will I still be eligible to receive the rest of the payments? I mean, contributions?
No, the whole point is the reason why you haven't received those contributions is because you haven't qualified to receive them yet. So let's say, for example, myself, I am on stage 5. I have not received all contributions from stage 4. Why haven't I received all contributions from stage 4? I personally qualified to get there, but there's not enough individuals after me to contribute for me to receive all contributions. So if it stays exactly like it is now, and I went ahead and contributed 0.25 Bitcoin to get to stage 5, and I've only received partially on stage 4, and May 15th rolls around, I go back to ground zero. It's not going to pay me or contribute to me from the previous reset. What it does do, though, is now I get to go through stages 1, 2, 3, 4, but all the way through 3, I just received another $1,600 worth of Bitcoin. Now I'm back on 4, and I'm going to get exactly what I had last time with those same individuals, and that's only going to happen within a matter of days instead of all month. Now let's say it's the 6th day or May 21st, and I'm back exactly where I am right now. Now I have between then and we're doing a reset every 60 days. So June 15th, the next reset will be July 15th. I have from then all the way to July 15th to continue picking up where I left off the previous reset. So does that make sense?
Makes perfect sense. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
No problem. And ladies and gentlemen, this is being recorded. Oh, please tell me I recorded. Yes, I did. This is being recorded. So when you get this question for the 1,000th time, just play this recording so you don't have to do the explaining. Let this explain. The May 15th can't come fast enough for me, right? It can't come fast enough because I have to answer this over and over again, but I understand. So now that we've got this on a recording, you guys can share it with others. Coach Ken, you got your mic open again?
Oh, thank you. Yeah, well, a couple of things. I've heard that it's going to go back to every 30-day reset. Is that true?
No, they're going to stick with 60 days.
Okay, all right. I've got to change a little bit on the presentation I did then. The other thing is for those people that are following their qualifications and having 40 people in ground in stage 1, and I believe it's 80 in stage 2. Those that have met those qualifications, are they and they've got their 2 personals, are those contributions going to be received, do you think?
If we're talking about the old people and they've reached those numbers now based on old or new people?
Well, old people, but after they made their contribution to that stage. Wouldn't that be a new person in that stage?
That's a good question. I don't have an answer for that because we're running a dual system, the 100, the 80, and 20. I know what it should be, but the system is programmed a certain way. After the May 15th reset, when we're all 100%, then yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. Because it's the way it is now, I revert back to what Mike said last Sunday, and I can't answer that question, unfortunately.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem. And that's another thing with me, guys. If I don't have the answer, I'll let you know I don't have the answer. I'm not going to make something up to make you feel good. I don't have an answer to that because I haven't been in that scenario to experience it. The one thing, whenever I join a company, how I learn a compensation plan is by going through it, and then I figure out why I got paid and I just do more of it. But in this scenario, I'm trying to understand the programming, the algorithm, and I haven't experienced it yet, and we're in a dead zone because of the dual system. I just don't have the answer, and if I try to give it and if somebody understands it or hears it differently than what I said, it's going to come and bite me in the butt later on. So that I don't have an answer for. If you would like, you can submit a support ticket so somebody higher up may get their hands on it and have that type of answer. And if there's anybody on the line, because I didn't look to see what do we have, 138 that's corporate, feel free to raise your hand and say something. But that's all I got for you, Coach Ken. All right, next up is Marty. Go ahead and unmute yourself.
Well, Brandon, it's exciting times happening right now. I had 3 that did their contributions to stage 3, and then as soon as they do it, it changes to stage 4. And I mean, the excitement on them, like Cristina del Toro, Kira Juarez, and Albert Juarez, they all did their contributions stage 3, and it immediately turns to stage 4 then, so that gets open to them. Then we had 2, actually 3, that contribute to stage 2, and then it goes to stage 3, which was Pastor Bailly, Christina Juarez, and Bonita Smith. So there's excitement in the camp. So it's not like if it was May 15th, and I know it's not there yet, but it's like game on, not game over, because imagine what it's going to be on May 15th, and 3 months from now, 90 days from now, and a year from now. I mean, people's lives are going to be changed, and we're going to make a big difference around this world.
That's absolutely right. Thank you, Marty. And I'm going to share screen. I'm going to pull my son's account up, and I want to make sure that this point is clear. I actually personally talked to the devs about this and the language in the back office, and it confuses some people. So let me share screen. So you see here, my son has received 0.05 contributions and has contributed 0.045. It actually should be more than that. And it says here, this is what's throwing people off. Stage 4, but they're not reading this. Next, open stage is stage 4. That's not the stage you're on. You're on stage 3. That's the next open stage. So if you see this here, that's letting you know what you're going to next once you qualify to receive all your contributions. So my son, even though he is on stage 3, has he received all contributions? Let's see, 0.01, 0.01, 0.02. Oh, that's close. Receive all contributions from stage 2, but has not received all contributions from stage 3. So on this account, for example, if he has enough to go to stage 4, I would tell him, wait till you receive more to go to stage 4. Take that risk. Or he may say he doesn't want to, he wants to benefit from others that may get there first. So he'll go ahead and contribute to it before he has received all contributions. That's a personal thing for those of you. But I would say publicly, because I know how people are, do not contribute to the next stage until you've received enough funds to do so and you're still in profit. That's the whole point. You want to be in the black at all times. The only risk is ground zero. All right, let me go back. Stop sharing screen. Thank you for sharing, Marty. Mr. Live, I think that's Peter. Go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hey, what's up, guys? How's everybody doing? So, Brandon, thanks so much for all the hard work that you do. You know, guys, it's an exciting time for everybody to be here. I wanted to do some recognition. I wrote it down. Hopefully I don't forget anybody, but Charlie out of the UK, Colin out of the UK, David out of California, Dwight out of Tennessee, Elta out of Vegas, John LaRose, Coach Ken, Lisa, Liz, Michelle, Nitin, Ron, Sarah, Tatiana, Willie, and Yana. You guys are rock stars. Thank you for doing and putting in all the hard work that you do. All the three-way calls that we will be doing will be paying off, guaranteed in May. And thank you so much for all your hard work.
Fantastic. Thank you, Peter. And I want to give a shout out to Peter. Thank Peter for all the hard work he's putting in and as a leader. And I have to say, knowing even out of the people above him, Peter is taking the bull by the horns. It doesn't matter what anybody above him's doing or sideways. He's being the leader, stepping up and helping out not only his team, but also other teams, because this is just one global community line. So, Peter, thank you for all that you're doing and putting in.
Thanks, Brandon.
All right. Let's see who else here. I see the same hands up again, so I don't know if you guys have already spoken. Oh, we're at the top of the hour. We only got 4 minutes left. Okay, so here's what needs to happen between now and the 15th. Our focus and concentration is still on ground zero, helping members get off at ground zero. The best way to do that is by inviting guests to a presentation. So what is the best way to invite somebody to a presentation that is non-evasive? Invasive. The one thing I can't stand is I get pitched daily, hourly about something. And the people that's pitching me, they believe that what they're showing me is the greatest thing, that's the sliced bread. So in their mind, I should look at it because it's awesome. And here's the thing, it doesn't mean that those are bad opportunities. If I were to be a part of it, I would strive to be number one, and I probably would. But that doesn't mean just because it's a great opportunity, I have to be a part of it. And I get annoyed when I'm getting pitched by stuff. So because of that fact, I don't pitch people in ways that I wouldn't want to be pitched. So how do you share with others? How do you invite? I invite by always telling a story and sharing stories, whether it's on social media, whether it's when I do my crypto talks, it doesn't matter. The fact that my mouth is open and people are listening, I am always, you know the ABCs, always be closing? I am always closing without people realizing it. My crypto talks, I am closing. All I'm doing is talking about real life. I'm talking about the real world. I'm talking about the challenges that people are facing. And it is universal right now. Never in my career would there be a better time to recruit for any business than we are living in right now. We have the most amount of people filing for unemployment than in and this is a global thing that we are all experiencing, not just in South Africa, not just in Japan, not just in the UK or Sweden or Australia or the United States. It is global. We are all in the same boat here. And everybody has one goal, to make enough money to pay their bills and survive. And people aren't able to do that. So the conversation is very simple with people. I say, man, how are you doing during this coronavirus? How are you holding up? You know, I know things are getting tough. And then I ask them a question. What is your plan B? What do you mean? Well, what is your plan B? If we don't know how long this coronavirus lockdown is going to be. So what's your plan B if they say, you know, your job's not there anymore, or they're doing reduced hours, or what I'm hearing now on this slow rollout is that certain business will open with minimum staff, or that they're debating on whether or not you'll get another stimulus check, depending on your country. So what is your plan B? And if they say, I have no idea, I'm just praying to God every day that something comes my way, you know what I say? I understand exactly what you're saying. I was praying as well, and I am so glad that there are many options out there for people who are looking for ways to still be productive from home. I'm so glad about that. I did one of them myself. I never say the name of Up to Give. I just say that. People like to buy, they don't like to be sold. Because the next thing they're going to say is human nature. It's part of how we converse with each other. When somebody says, how are you doing today? They'll respond, I'm doing great. How about you? They can't help it. So then they're going to respond, but well, how are you doing? What's your plan B? Ask the question you want the question to be asked to you. I'm glad you asked. Here's my plan B. I got involved with this company that's allowing me to help out charities and philanthropy and a lot of people out there in need. And at the same time, it's allowing me to receive Bitcoin and money every a month and coming straight to my account. I'm so glad I have that. I wouldn't know what to do without it. Really, what is that? Can you tell me more about it? I said, I'll tell you what. Instead of me trying to tell you about it and messing it all up because I'm brand new, why don't you come on out and listen to a presentation that's going to be taking place tonight from an expert and let him tell you all about it. You see what I just did there? That's easy. That's a simple conversation. You have 10 people on a presentation, 2 of them, not to toot my own horn, you'll probably have 7 or 8 out of 10, but just to be conservative, only 2 will join out of 10 if they hear my presentation. By the way, speaking of presentations, We're looking for more people that can step up and also do presentations. Not just me. Nobody asked me to do when I joined Up to Give, Jerry Lopez didn't say, hey, Brandon, could you start doing presentations for the company? Mike Boggs didn't ask me that. Mike already knew what I was going to do anyway. So he didn't need to ask me. He knew what was going to happen. This is how I operate. I never put my business in somebody else's hand. I always have a mentality, if it's up to be, it's up. If it's going to be, it's up to me. So I say, give me the slides. When I first joined, give me the slides. I'm doing presentations, doggone it. I don't care if there's only 1 or 2 people on. One of the reasons why is because I don't share this often, but I have a learning disability called auditory processing disorder, which means the things that I see and hear, I process differently. I got to see it 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 times just for me to get what you might see on your first time. That's why I explain things a certain way, so that if I can't understand it, nobody else is. So by me doing the presentation myself, that's how I was learning. That's how I was teaching myself. Not because I heard Jerry's presentation or Andrea's presentation. I wasn't learning. I had to do it myself. And then it was like 3 weeks in before I finally actually got it. And I remember when I did, and Dr. Alberto Alexander and Jerry were like, hey, Brandon's just now figuring it out. The light bulb went off. But you just do it. You don't need to do it like me. You do it like you. The presentation is so simple. All you're doing is reading what's on the screen. So you can be in a situation to do one-on-one presentations with people. Hey, let me pull out my laptop. Oh, well, yeah, well, social distancing. And let's hop on Zoom. Let me hop on Zoom. Let me show you this presentation real quick. Just do it. I might mess up. So what if you mess up? They don't know you messed up. They don't know the presentation. You do. Mess up all day long. That makes it real. One of my biggest strengths is also one of my biggest weaknesses. If I'm good at doing presentations, I'm not duplicatable, because people can't do a presentation the way I do. So that can end up hurting me, meaning I'm the one that has to do all the presentations. No. Step up in your country, in your city, in your region, and start doing. It doesn't have to be scheduled. It doesn't have to be the corporate one, but do presentations for your team. Where are the women at? I see my cousin saying yes. Where are the women at? Do presentations and record yourself doing the presentation so that you can just give that to, you want to know how you can build a big team? See, people want to join winners. So if they say, yeah, can you tell me more about the company? You send them my presentation or you send them yours. You send them your presentation, so now they see, oh, wow, Yasmin knows what she's talking about. Yeah, if I were to join, Yasmin can help me. She knows the business. Are you guys following me here? All right, we're 5 minutes past the hour. That is it. This was recorded. This call needs to have 1,000+ people on. There's no reason we've got more than 13,000 active people and 100 people on a freaking leadership call. That's completely unacceptable. If you're not here, you're not learning. You're not growing. You're not being a part of the community. I never miss an event. Success leaves clues. Let your teams know, especially a Saturday training and Sunday leadership call. Now, when people say, I was on it last week. Yeah, but you go to a job every day and work 8 hours every single day, doing the same doggone thing like it's Groundhog Day. You mean to tell me you can't do 30 minutes a day for your business? All right, that's it, everybody. Let's be productive this week. Let's focus on the things we can control and not lose sleep over the things that we cannot. And be ready for when May 15th rolls around, because I'm telling you, I won't make any promises as to all of a sudden everything magical is going to happen on the 15th. What I can tell you is that the system will be running at 100%. We have record number of people in right now. You guys, especially the founders and new people, are here before the masses that are about to come, and the masses are about to come, because I know the people who just joined us, they're much bigger than me. Some of the people that have joined the company, they are bigger than I am. They have far more influence than I do. And they did not experience all the things we did. They're only going to know the new system. And then the company is still only at 70% of what it's fully going to be. There's still one whole pillar we haven't even added yet. I need to shut up on that. So all I'm going to say is Jerry's been building this for the long haul, and you want to make sure you're part of that. Have a great day, everybody. Bitcoin Brandon out. Why I say Bitcoin Brandon? It's not a crypto talk. Brandon Ivy out. See you on, I'm doing a presentation tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. God bless. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.